headphones in, not sure which one.
It pleases me to be so changed.
Yep, consuming, driving me to madness.
And it feels so nice when I whip out my dice. And I also whip my dick out. The only curb around here is the biting curb. You feel me? Come on. As the digital ink assaults your eyes with my agony.
How would you describe that?
I will take pumpkin pie, perfectly normal daily thing, and make it poetic. As the fluffy orange sweetness sat atop the plate, I could not help but begin to salivate.
Do you know how long I stare at computer screens to get what you just did? What you just pulled out of your butt?
Message to the story, something that I fuck with. Don't let the government hold ya hostage. Reds rebel, cause you know they got us. So sick of being rams to the slaughter. And each
I didn't even realize we'd
so
started.
nice. Prose flow like obsidian ice. Chills down your spine. Fine as red wine. Often like a copper. Splicing
I've just got the notification that we're live. Brilliant.
It's like the intro is playing, but all you can hear is us back here going.
Okay. Alright. Hang on. Just.
Thus nullifying any points that we're about to make in Prose Police.
Oh, man. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see a thundereams of lightning. I see a time of rain and ruin. Don't go out tonight, or I'm bound to fuck your ass. Good morning, everybody. How's it going?
Somebody needs a public disorder.
He's like, what are you talking about? My disorder is very public.
And we're off. We are on the adventure, and this is what you're strapped into for the next however long we decide we want to talk for.
Exactly. Just most likely the rest of your life, so.
What happens when three motor mouths get on the same stream? Find out on Adventurous After Dark.
Episode 13, New Moon.
New Moon.
The moon.
Oh, the way I said that reminded me of that old song. Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon. You know that song, Caitlin?
Yes.
Truly beautiful.
The sarcasm. I can feel it from here, Mason.
Yes.
Good, it was supposed to punch you in the dick.
Yeah, I bet you'd like to touch my dick, wouldn't you?
Not really.
Well, that just hurts. I promise we're serious intellectuals, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That's fair. Bo,
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen. You can't ask to come in, then ask to go out, then ask to come in, then ask to go out. The adventure has started. You're trapped in here for the duration of the episode, buddy. So you might as well go lay down on your bed, lick your balls, and have a good time. Don't you look at me that way.
Okay.
He's like, look here, man.
So, to the audience, let me actually start. My name is Zach. If you haven't been here before, pleasure to have you aboard. I'm the lead adventurer over here at Team Adventurous. You can find me here on Twitch, at YouTube at Zach Peeper, over on YouTube under IYFA if you're feeling adventurous as well. Kate's on there. She also has a YouTube channel, but that's probably going to be going hiatus shortly. And our good friend Mason in the Dark is most active over on YouTube. Mason, tell them about your wonderful stylings.
Book reviews, poetry, short stories. Blind guy talking about blindness. www.youtube.com/Mason in the Dark.
I love how we got like the WWE announcer voice for that one. That was good. That was good. My testicles, my testicles bunched up in excitement.
Are you sure that's not because we're doing Twilight again? I know how much you love Twilight.
Shut up.
So nice, we policed it twice.
Yep.
And a third, and a fourth.
Yeah, it's not our fault she wrote 4 books. Well, actually 3, and then someone else wrote it with her name on it.
She didn't write the 4th one?
You'll see when you read it. It's very, very different than the other 3.
Okay, so you're saying you suspect.
Intrigue.
You suspect trad pub fuckery.
Yeah. Yeah.
You thought you had us fooled, but Wild Kate is on the case.
Because here at Adventurous After Dark, we're Prose Police and AuthorTube news investigators. Because that's just how we roll.
Exactly.
And speaking
In
of Prose
conjunction
Police,
with TalkTube.
in conjunction with TalkTube to advertise it all. Fuck yeah. Oh god, that really is one of the best things on your like that. Mason, to me, your channel needs to be TalkTube, book reviews, bleeding ground, and like nothing else.
Trust me, if I could get away with making it all just my creative writing stuff and TalkTube, I would. But BookTube demands book reviews.
Right.
You know, BookTube wants book-related content for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
a lot of the
but you're-
people on there don't actually post authentic book-related content.
Right.
So,
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
yes,
Look at how many,
legend
look at
book-related
how many books I just went and bought. Aren't they all pretty? I'm going to put them in a pile and then take them to a store to sell them back to a store in like 2 weeks, just so I could make this video of a book haul. And I'm a consumerist and I hate myself.
Look, guys, just because you've moved over to Switch, don't burn my bridges, too.
Hey, I'm still participating in BookTube, okay? Just not nearly as much, because, I have a life outside. Although I will say this, that thing that I'm working on in my personal life, that's almost wrapping up. That will be wrapped up probably in a month or 2. And then I will have significantly more free time and resources to do things with. And that will be good. Alrighty. Anyways, I mentioned we were Prose Police, so we're gonna get to the first segment of the day, the titular segment of the episode. Let's get into a little segment we call
Bad Prose, what you gonna do when the Prose Police are coming for you? Bad Prose. Yeah, buddy.
It's so hard not to sing that stinger.
I mean, you could if you want to. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh man. Yeah.
It's probably for better for everyone if I don't.
Man. I find myself randomly singing it though.
Do you really, Kate?
Yes, I will be off somewhere. I'll be swapping my laundry out of the washer and putting it in the dryer and just randomly.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna lie, I find it hard to switch off Prose Police. The other day, Lee showed me, well, she didn't show me, obviously, and she was telling me about a T-shirt that she'd seen that had this writing on it, but the writing made no sense whatsoever because of how it was arranged.
Aw.
And I was just basically Prose policing the T-shirt, and I was like, yeah, this has infected my life now.
Oh, that is glorious.
That apostrophe is misplaced.
I love
GG, no
it.
Riri, try again. It's here.
Hey, what's up, buddy? My boy. Go check Caitlin. Are you giving him a shout out?
Yep.
Thank
I
you.
am.
Thank you. Everyone go check out
Shout
GG No
out.
Riri. He is a good dude. He plays games. He does things. We're gonna help him get his Twitch more professionalized soon, but until then, he's
More
just
gooder.
Yeah, all
Yep.
gooder like.
More gooder.
But he is a honorary member of Team Adventurous and a very good friend of mine. And I do fitness streams with him as well. If you like watching two dudes bitch at each other in the gym.
And lift heavy things.
Very heavy thing. Well, I'm actually going light lately because I'm going light to let my tendons heal, and B, I'm trying a new training program where I lift more frequently, less weight, and so I'm gonna see how that goes.
Listen,
But-
guys, you definitely want to tune into Zach's streams, his fitness ones, because there's a chance you'll see him get his ass whooped at arm wrestling, and who doesn't want to see that?
Fuck you.
And if you don't know why you would want to see Zach get his ass whooped at arm wrestling, just stick around for a bit and see how big his ego is.
This
Oh
motherfucker.
man.
You know,
It has its own gravitational field.
just when I start thinking that you really are my friend and you really are on my side, you just come and knock me down a few pegs just because you can.
It's just overcompensation. Your ego's too big, mine's too small. Kate's is just right.
Oh, man. Alrighty.
Aw.
So let's get into Stephanie Meyers, Prose Police. For my dad, Stephen Morgan. No one has ever given more loving. What? Why are you laughing at?
Just you yada yada in like the seemingly heartfelt dedication of the book, like to my father who's never given me more love and blah 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 blah.
Well, when you put it like that.
I love it so much.
Oh, man.
It's like, we don't care. Da, 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 da.
Well,
blah 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 blah.
Well,
Blah,
look,
blah.
real talk, okay? I never read those in books, okay? I only put one in my book because I know some people do read them. And I just find so many of them, that one was fine, but so many of them are just so incredibly over the top. And it's like, dude, you wrote the book. Shut the fuck up and take a little bit of the credit that you earned by writing the fucking book.
Yeah.
To John, the barista at the coffee shop where I wrote this book.
Yep.
I wouldn't have been able to write this book without the caffeine, without the espresso that you provide me with.
If I ever read a book with a dedication like that in it, I might just set it down and not buy it. Because looking
Why?
through
That
the front pages.
Hilarious.
If it was wrote comedically, yes, I would buy the book. If it was wrote seriously, well, I'll real talk. I would probably still give it my actual sniff test, which is I go and read the last page of the book, and if the last page passes muster, then I buy the book.
Yeah.
To Dave at the Arts and Crafts shop, who sold me the pens and paper on which I wrote my first draft.
or in or in E.L. James' case, the crayons in which I wrote my first draft.
Oh,
Oh man.
eyeliner on a roll of toilet paper.
Scrawled on a bathroom wall. Imagine going into a bathroom and finding a passage of 50 Shades of Grey scrawled on the bathroom wall.
Oh my god. That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
Which is a good segue to, if you've never heard Gilbert Gottfried read 50 Shades of Grey, just look that up. It's one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen that relates to literature. It's just, if you can even call 50 Shades of Gay that.
No.
All right,
Oh,
the preface, which I don't even understand why she does this preface.
why she would have a preface?
Yeah, it's like a preface is not typically used for works of fiction, especially not when because the preface is not supposed to be in the story. It's supposed to be stuff that isn't part of the story that primes you for the story, not actual narrative from the story. So that's the first thing right there. Stephanie Meyers doesn't know what a preface is.
No.
Doesn't know the difference between a preface and a prologue.
And frankly, that right there is just like.
It's like, wait. They let this be published like this?
Right. If I was her publisher, I would have been like, so we can change this to prologue, but honestly, I think we should just cut it out because it's in the narrative later. And then Stephanie Meyers would probably be like, I'm a genius. I know what I'm doing.
I painted by the numbers real good.
Listen, bitch, you need another cash cow to fill in for the Harry Potter franchise, and I got you covered.
I love how Stephanie Meyers
I'll even let you split my last book in two.
I love old grizzled smokes a pack a day Stephanie Meyers. Mason, keep that energy up for the entire segment, please. I'm just picturing Stephanie Meyers as this old bushcraft Australian dude with a fucking giant cigar in his mouth and a fucking wide brim fucking Outback hat, a Bowie knife fucking across his chest.
Oh no.
I'm gonna write a romance novel. It's gonna be brilliant. I'm gonna have a teenage shirtless werewolf. He's gonna be so hot.
And then
Right, let's get to it. Let's go. Let's actually do prose policing.
oh god. Well, hey, it's a short show map, so we can make this segment long in fucking just so that's clear.
I like it long.
Oh, we missed the comment, but Biz is changing his name to Hayes Family Gaming. So okay, all right, cool, bro. It's certainly easier to say than GG no retry again. All right, but anyways, to the segment. Okay. Oh God. Wait, Caitlin, can you read the screen because this is a female narrator. Are you able to read the screen, or is it too small?
I cannot. It is tiny.
Okay. Hang on.
Just like Edward's penis.
Unless you wanted to put it up on the thing, but then I won't be able to mod if I brought it up on my German.
Well, that's fine. I got it.
Okay.
I felt like I was trapped in one of those terrifying nightmares. The one where you have to run
Run till your lungs burst. But you can't make your body move fast enough. My legs seemed to move slower and slower as I fought my way through the callous crowd. But the hands on the huge clock tower didn't slow. With relentless, uncaring force, they turned inexorably towards the end. Or toward the end of everything. Well, that's
Everything.
Oh, can I just say, as opposed to nightmares that are not terrifying?
Right. It's like, well, okay, so I guess there's like those nightmares where it's like, you know, you're at school naked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
It's more of an anxiety dream, though, really, as opposed to a nightmare.
Right, exactly.
But, you know.
So it's
But
like I can
the
see
end
it, I
of
can't.
everything, though.
The melodrama, especially when you find out later what it. Yeah, it's like, okay, bitch, your boyfriend dying is not the end of everything. Okay, like I get it. Your fucking teenage panties are soaked for the 250-year-old fucking dead guy, but chill.
But Zach, he sparkles.
But he's cold to the touch and dead and has the personality of a rotten fish.
The cardboard box.
He looks like he's constipated.
You stole that from the YouTube thing, Caitlin.
What? No, he does look like he's constipated.
For a good chunk of that movie, yes.
Yeah. Well, even reading the book, what description we do get, he sounds like he's got this constant look of like, I need to poop, but I haven't in like 200 years.
I need to poop.
I need to poop, but there's no fiber in blood. My life is living agony.
So, other than the melodrama, I didn't notice anything glaringly bad there.
Yeah. Maybe make towards. Toward isn't improper. I think towards would just flow, with adding the S would just flow a little better. But yeah, other than a nitpick here and there, yeah, there's nothing glaring.
And it could have gotten rid of terrifying because it makes nightmares redundant.
Well, we already covered that by ripping it to shreds via comedy, Caitlin. Keep up.
It's the return of bitch, teenagers don't talk like this, though, too. Because,
thank you, Mason. I forgot all about that point.
Inexorably?
Inexorably, exactly. I think that was exactly the point I was going to make. They moved inexorably.
Plus, let me just say, I fought my way through the callous crowd. You mean you shoved your way through all these dickheads? Because that's what a teenage girl would say.
Yeah. Through all these assholes.
All right. But this was no dream. And unlike the nightmare, but this was no dream. Oh, God. Okay. That year, but this was no dream. And, oh, God. Okay, hang on. Yeah, this sentence. Oh, fuck. Let me finish it, and then we'll get. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, it only gets worse as I scan. Let me get to it. Okay, but this was no dream, comma, and, comma, unlike the nightmare, comma, I wasn't running for my life, semicolon. I was racing to save something infinitely more precious. Okay. That sentence.
More precious.
That sentence is a train wreck.
Yes.
Christ, did the espresso wear off that quickly this time, Steph?
Yes.
Oh, yes. God.
Yep. She used up all of her caffeine energy on inexorably.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, it's just because her tolerance level is so high after the first novel.
She's like, I'm gonna need some super physiological levels of caffeine for this one, boys.
She's like, I've graduated.
I'm gonna need a triple shot for this one.
How many shots
man.
of espresso can you legally give me? I've actually legit been asked that question.
I believe you.
It's like as many as you want. I mean,
So, carry on dissecting that sentence.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
in the middle of 2 commas, that's
Yeah.
Michelle Richmond's wet dream level of bad.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay,
God.
so first of all, obviously we need to take out that unnecessary comma after and. Okay. But that's the first thing I want to mention, but not the first thing you would need to do. First of all, you would say you're being redundant again, Stephanie. Remove the word dream, but this was no nightmare. And then you could cut out all of the rest of those words. Just say, but this was no dream, and unlike the nightmare. No. But this was no nightmare. And then move on with the sentence. Dream.
Yeah.
This was no dream, unlike night. It's redundant. You already said you were living. You already used the nightmare analogy. So stick with the nightmare analogy. Don't be redundant in the same sentence with the analogy. You're not being poetic. You're being stupid. So shorten that whole bit there.
Stupid.
Stupid. Yeah.
So shorten that whole bit there. But this was no nightmare. I wasn't running for my life, semicolon. I was racing to save something infinitely more precious. Now, if we do those fixes that I just mentioned, yeah, if we fix the sentence in the way that I just said, I suddenly don't have a problem with it. Does anyone have any critique besides what I've?
No, other than just it, how can she fit so much melodrama into such a short space?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Like, I was racing to save something infinitely more precious. Like, if that was in some epic fantasy, even if it was in Garden or the Bleeding Ground, where there's actual chance of people being murdered in horrible ways.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just not teenage girl speak.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Dolge could get away with saying something like that. Evander could get away with saying something more. Valdis, Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Dresden, Dritz, Darrow of Red Rising. All of those characters could say that, and I wouldn't bat an eyelash. This is a teenage girl.
Yes.
The melodrama is too damn high.
Okay, let's move on. Let's get to the next bit.
Yep. And then the next sentence is short and sweet. My own life meant little to me today. According to you, your own life means little to you just about every day.
Right. So I mean, the sentence is kind of superfluous.
Right.
Infinitely more precious. Not even just slightly. Infinitely.
Right. It's like after you say something infinitely more precious, adding on my own life meant little to me today. It's like, yeah, I kind of got that impression from the last way melodramatic sentence, Steph. Thanks for the triple dose of redundancy in this very short paragraph.
It's like way to echo.
Next.
Echo.
Alice had said there was a good chance we would both die here. Perhaps the outcome would be different if she weren't trapped by the brilliant sunlight. Only I was free to run across this bright, crowded square.
Like, wait a minute. She sparkles. It's not like the sunlight is going to kill her.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's the big deal.
True.
And see, and that's another thing. Well, she can't sparkle either because the Valtor. We got to go with the rules of the world here. Alice can't be allowed to sparkle too because the Valtori. That's the whole thing here. She's trying to prevent Edward from exposing himself. But are we forgetting sex offender registry? Sex offender registry. But no, seriously. So we have to go with the rules of the world. However, we are forgetting that, hoodies exist.
Right.
So,
well, yeah, she can't wear a hoodie. It's brilliantly sunny.
Right.
Right.
Because no one ever wears a hoodie during the daylight.
Or if I'm not, there's a whole bunch of people running around in this square, all wearing cloaks.
Right.
So is she not like?
Besides, aren't they somewhere where it's common knowledge that vampires exist anyway? So why does it matter if she sparkles?
No, actually, I don't think there's any human population except for where there's mythos about in Stephanie's world. I don't think there's a human population that is quote unquote aware vampires exist, except for those that have a mythos about them, like Jacob's tribe, for example. So her world building is consistent. It's just contrived writing that Alice would see this happening in the future and not think, you know how I can solve this whole thing? Bring a hoodie.
A hoodie and a cap.
Hoodie and a cap. It's like,
that was just my memory playing tricks on me. I thought that they were in some sort of like vampire equivalent of the Vatican or something like that.
Nah.
Well, because it's supposed to be, though.
No, it's not, Caitlin. What are you talking about?
Sorta, kinda. The whole compound thing. The city
okay, so full disclosure, I didn't read the books. That might be in there. I watched the movies, and that ain't in there.
Yeah, because that's how it's addressed in the book.
Okay, well, then that might be the case.
Right, so I'm not going crazy. Okay. Oh, phew.
Okay. Okay. Only I was free to run across this bright, crowded square. So yeah, outside of the issues with consistency of, intelligent writing within your world building, because that's the thing to be a good writer. You have to build a world and then write a good, logical, sensical story inside of it. And I'm sorry, Steph, you have immediately in your preface, which is actually your prologue, which isn't even a prologue because it's has something that happens later in the story. So really, it should have been like labeled as how would you label that, Caitlin? Prelude?
Yeah, it's a prelude.
Yeah, prelude.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's Lunar.
Hey, Lunar, what's up, buddy? We're just ripping into Twilight over here.
We've only just got started.
We did just get started, and there is so much more to get into, folks, let me tell you. Oh my God.
There's not much on the docket, so we can go as long as we like.
Pretty much. Hey! Thank you so much for the sub, bro! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Thank you for the sub. We really appreciate it.
And I'll have you know, you gotta wait for the song to go. Hang on.
Well, I mean, they can still hear us.
They can still hear us. So, just so you know, sorry, I had to swallow. Just so you know, Lunar, your emotes are coming. Our subscriber emotes are right around the corner. We're just about to get them. He said,
Juicy.
Yes, I tuned into the interface to see his comments. Yes, yeah, man. If I had an OnlyFans, I would let you sub, but unfortunately, that content doesn't exist yet.
10 million subs.
10 million, dude. If I thought I would get 1% of 10 million subs, I would make an OnlyFans and show my chungus right now.
I meant you were gonna make one if you get 10 million subs.
Oh, yes. If
Remember, you've promised the people 10 million subs. You show them your asshole.
Yep, 100%. That's that. That offer is on the table. 10 million subs. And you know what? I'll make it easy on y'all. It doesn't have to be just on Twitch. 10 million subs to Team Adventurous across the Team Adventurous platform.
Collectively.
Across all of our channels. And that includes some people on YouTube that don't even come on the Twitch show. Yeah. All of Team Adventurous. 10 million subs. I show my chungus to you all. It's a deal.
He says 10 million? Let's freaking go! What now?
So yeah, Lunar.
One down, 999,999 to go.
10 million it is then. So Lunar, just so you know what we're doing, this is a segment we do on this this is our podcast, Adventurous After Dark. This is Prose Police, where we.
10 million it is.
Caitlin, I can finish addressing the comment. Hang on. I'm talking to Lunar. You gotta hang on. Chill. Down, boy, or down, girl, rather. Anyways, we're prose policing, which means we go through other writers' work and pick it apart, professionally critique it, because every single one of us is a very talented author. I swear.
Mature intellectuals.
As you will see.
As you will see. So,
also that whole thing about only I was free to run across the brightly illuminated square or whatever she says, is that not redundant too, considering that she just mentioned the brilliant sunlight? Like, do we need to know that it's a bright square, considering she's just mentioned the sunlight?
If it was so that's an interesting thing to play around with, because and I would argue that in this case you're right, Mason. If you were a good writer and you weren't being redundant and obnoxious other places, you could get away with that redundancy as poetic license. But because redundancy has quickly become a theme, I agree with you. It's compounding the issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on now, and then there's a one line paragraph. It's technically a paragraph, but it's a short sentence, one line. And I couldn't run fast enough. Next paragraph. So it didn't matter to me that we were surrounded by our extraordinarily dangerous enemies, as the clock began to toll out the hour, vibrating under the soles of my sluggish feet. I knew I was too late. Wait. The clock began to toll out the hour, vibrating under the... Okay, that would have to be an incredibly powerful clock.
Right.
All right. Yeah. I knew I was too late, and I was glad something bloodthirsty waited in the wings, for in failing at this, I forfeited any desire to live. The clock tolled again, and the sun beat down from the exact center point of the sky.
She would know where that was precisely.
Oh my god, dude.
Lunar says, personally, I never read Twilight, not one of my favorite sagas, but I understand why people can enjoy this book. Yes, because it's hilariously bad.
Now look,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember it being this bad.
Mason actually could. Did you consume these before or after you lost your sight, sir?
Much before, when the
okay.
movies were coming out.
Okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you only lost your sight, like, what is it, 2 years ago now?
5.
Okay, one of these days I will remember. I'm sorry.
The exact center point of the sky. She's got a longitude and latitude just memorized.
Right. Okay. So, but really quick, Lunar. Full disclosure, I actually kind of like the movies. Like, I can enjoy the movies. I enjoy the way they're shot, and I don't think the acting is as bad as a lot of people say it is. I actually can watch and enjoy the movies.
Kristen Stewart, though.
I mean, her character, she's actually portraying the character from the books faithfully, so I don't have a problem with it. She's doing her job as an actress.
Yeah.
So
You can
but-
only do the best with what you're given.
exactly.
Yeah. Except she's that way in
Our-
every she's in.
Oh, that's not true.
Our extraordinarily dangerous enemies.
Right.
I don't know why. That just bugs the shit out of me.
Well,
Our
okay.
extraordinarily dangerous enemies. It's just, Steph. Decide whether you want big words or not, because
Yeah.
you can't have words like inexorably
Mm-hmm.
and then call them extraordinarily dangerous enemies.
Right.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, extraordinarily is a big word too, but it's one of the it's one of those big words that has a simple meaning that everyone
Mhm.
understands.
And when it's followed by dangerous enemies,
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
It's just like
even if you changed enemies to foes, I don't think I would mind as much.
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah, the simplicity of language is grating. It's the fact that the language is juxtaposed to itself. It is what you're getting at, and
Yeah,
I
that was
agree.
my point. Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't matter to me that we were surrounded by our extraordinary. Yeah, that really does not. God, that literally. Well, actually, credit where credit's due. That does sound like something an edgy teenage girl would write while trying to sound edgy.
yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that, but then we remember that the rest of the prose aren't necessarily written that way. So anyway, as the clock began to toll out the hour, vibrating under the soles of my sluggish feet, I'm sorry, no. You would have to be underneath some of the biggest bells in existence to feel the vibration under your feet. And the clock, this is a real world location that's being described in this scene. The clock that is there is nowhere near that powerful. You're full of shit. You don't know how things work. Shut up.
And why is she so sluggish?
Right. It's like you're supposedly running towards the thing that's like the most important thing to you in the world. I don't think you would be moving as fast as humanly possible. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Right.
Yeah, I would understand if it actually was a dream, because that's one of those quite dreamlike things where
Oh
there's
my god.
there's this highly emotional thing going on. I'm running towards the person that I love and they're about to die, but my feet aren't moving as fast as I want them to. Yeah, cool. If it was a dream, I accept that. But why is she sluggish? She needs some more vitamin C.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Lunar-
Lunar. Yeah, go ahead and read it, Kate.
Yes, I remember when I was in my teenage years and I was a hormone volcano and I was writing in Wattpad.
and I just love that expression, hormone volcano. it's just poetic enough, but just graphic enough. Giggity 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 goo. Man.
And then we get the clock tolling again. Like what, 5 words later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hang on, yeah. So toll, okay. Began to toll out the hour. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 words later.
So a few more than 5, but still in fairly close proximity.
Yes, it's a short. In terms of reading, it's a short distance. Yes, because your brain processes that amount of information very quickly. So yeah, it's not much in terms of. That's why you instantly jumped to such a short number in your analogy, in your summation, Mason, because instinctually that feels short, because logistically for the computing power of your brain, it is short. Now, about this last part, the sun beat down from the exact center point of the sky. Hey, Steph, you like your big words. You like your fancy words. How about zenith? How about cutting out all that extra garbage and you say the sun beat down from its zenith.
Mhm.
Problem solved. Mason, any comment on that?
Sorry, I was just filing that word away for later use.
You're welcome.
He's like, oh, shiny
Computing.
word. Also, like, what? Like, seriously? That is the last line that you go with
Right. Yeah, if
end
you're
up this intense scene?
If you're writing a prelude, you want the last thing, you want the beginning of the prelude and the end of the prelude to be death grips on your audience.
Right.
The opening of this prelude is not too bad. If we just took out terrifying, I felt like I was trapped in a nightmare. That would be pretty good of a grip. But that end, it's like, yeah, the sun generally beats down upon the planet Earth. And, okay, cool.
From every point in the sky.
From every point in the sky. And you just said the clock was tolling, so, yeah, it makes sense that it would be at its highest point. So, you really chose to end with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you really want to hook the audience for this bit, if she was like, I failed, and now Edward is going to die.
Yes!
The audience would be like, holy shit, what the fuck? And now I need to read this.
Right.
Especially the ones that are like super into it at this point. They're all Team Edward about it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you say Edward is now going to die, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to turn through those pages faster than
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zach losing an arm wrestling match. Sorry, I scrambled for an example, and I needed a funny one, and that was the first one that I grabbed.
Like,
Them's fighting words. If only it was politically and socially acceptable to punch a blind guy.
I think it's actually less politically and socially acceptable to not punch me because I'm blind, you ableist.
and you know, in my defense, you've got like way more formal martial arts training than me, so like you might be able to take me if you get your hands on me.
He's like, I am the
I doubt
blind
it.
Fu Master. Oh my god. Lunar says, I had a book called L and R. It had a very generic story. A guy starts college studying photography, met a very cute girl, and he fell in love with her, but he also met a guy, football team's captain, and also fell in love with him. So there was this conflict on who he will choose, and I knew how I wanted to end the book.
So my question is, did you ever end the book?
Yes.
All right. Back to the thing while you type that response.
Yes.
Party. For chapter 1, Party.
Party.
Which is a very strange title for a chapter, but okay.
Yes.
I was 99.9% sure.
Oh
my god. Okay.
Just say almost certain, Steph. Just say almost certain.
Here we go. I was 99. Sheesh. I was 99. Oh my god. I should tone it down.
Oddly specific statistics are tight.
Yes.
I forget my mom is sleeping in the basement. Okay. I was 99.9% sure I was dreaming. Period. Steph, why? Like, I get, yeah, people do say that in real life. Okay, so if you want to have her say it in dialogue. Don't open.
Not narration.
Like, your narrator is so inconsistent, Steph. Your narrator is, you jump between pedantic poet who lives with her 40 cats and drinks nothing but coffee, and angsty teenage girl. And there actually 3. You jump between the poet, the teenage girl, and some weird amalgamation of them. There's no consistency of narrator voice, and it is so irritating.
And we're jumping into like the dream thing. You've just done that at the beginning of the preface, or the prelude, or the prologue, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, the thing you don't know what you're doing.
Right. The thing that you call the preface, even though it should have been a prelude.
So to use the dream thing again. Oh, Steph.
Yeah.
What's up, Steph? Are you having trouble with dreams recently?
Right.
Are you having vivid dreams, Steph?
Speaking of vivid dreams, man, Mason, after the show, Caitlin can tell you, or I can tell you, just this dream I had last night. Fucking weird.
Very weird.
All right. The reasons I was so certain were that, oh my god, that does not, that enunciates like fucking gravel in my mouth.
It's like fuck in my brain.
I wish it'd just go into a bullet point list now.
Literally formatted as bullet points in the book.
Oh, should have been. Oh, Lunar says, no, I was not able. Maybe I should rewrite the book now that I have a more critic perspective on how life works. And now that I read more books with more serious topics, I think I could come up with a very good story. Nothing life-changing, but could be fun. Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Yep.
Kate,
You should.
what do you tell people when they ask you if they should write a book?
Well, I mean...
Oh, okay, I was trying to feed you the line. Quit crying and just do it.
Exactly. Just fucking do it.
We'll get her there, Mason. Sometimes she stumbles when we try to preload her. So she's
the
still...
thing is, the sad thing about it is, it's my line.
I know. I know. But like I said, we'll get you there. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
Okay. So certain were that the reasons I was so certain were that. Oh god, and here we have more comma puke. Comma after
More.
that, then first, comma. I was standing Caitlin, can I read? I'm never gonna get through any of this fucking book at this rate, guys. I want to know what happens.
Me too.
Does the writing get any better as we go further? Is there any hope?
I was standing...
Come on, Bella, what are the reasons?
Oh my god. I was standing in a bright shaft of sunlight.
It doesn't sun in dreams.
The kind of blinding clear sun that never shone on my drizzly new hometown in Forks. That's a lie. We get sunbeams cutting through clouds all the time. She puts a comma after Forks and then says Washington. That's not how if you wanted to separate Forks, Washington, you would put the comma after in and then Forks, Washington. Then second M dash, and second, I was looking at my Grandma Marie. Oh, sorry, this book was just putting me to sleep. Gran had been dead for 6 years now, so that was solid evidence toward the dream theory. Or you just
Why not have that reason first? Dead grandma versus it doesn't sun much where I live. Why was the dead grandma not the first reason, Bella?
Well, I mean, okay, especially I don't know how they talk. I don't know how they talk over across the pond, okay? But over here, people tend to do that where if they're going to list reasons, they put the most serious reason at the end. That's a fairly common speech pattern over here in the States. So that's excusable. But the whole thing is just like, it feels contrived and silly to me. It's like, especially with the dream thing. It's like, why are we opening with a dream when
Continue.
God.
So yeah, we have comma issues. There actually, besides the 99% thing up at the top and a few comma issues, that paragraph hasn't been that bad.
Must have had another shot.
Right. Graham hadn't changed
Topped
much.
up on the espresso.
Graham.
Except for the atrocious M dashes. It's like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
do
you could have
this?
done that. Yeah, M dashes are something that I think should be used hyper sparingly. I've never used an M dash in my writing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd never even heard of them until I met you guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the first clue on how to use them.
Yeah, I use parentheses.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's so rarely a time where a M dash is better than a parentheses.
Or an ellipsis.
Or an ellipsis. And here...
The Swiss Army knife of punctuation.
Exactly.
That's right, Mason. That a boy. I do need to do that video on my channel.
Yeah. Lunar says, wow, now you guys are reviewing the book. The level of awful writing is alarming. English is not my first language, but if I can notice those mistakes, what hope does we have for this book?
Exactly. You just hit the nail on the head with a big heavy hammer.
Glad we got you on board, Lunar. Stay a while. We have mead and cured meats and grog. It's good.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, those M dashes could have been replaced with standard comma period punctuation, and the paragraph, well, and the sentences would have been all the better for it. Next paragraph. Gran hadn't changed much, semicolon. Her face looked just the same as I remembered it. Okay, that's a good sentence. The skin was soft and withered, bent into 1,000 tiny creases that clung gently to the bone underneath, like a dried apricot, but with a puff of thick white hair standing out in a cloud around it.
What?
So not at all like an apricot then.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh, Grandma, you're so beautiful. You look like a dried apricot.
A fuzzy dried apricot?
You look like an apricot that I lost down the back of the settee and found 6 months later.
And now it's growing hair. You'd be like, that's
Damn
just mold.
GMOs.
That's just mold, dear. It looks like that sometimes.
Oh, don't
Bella.
mind that, dear. I'm just growing some mold.
Bella, you're dreaming. She's not going to have changed. What were you expecting? Like, decomp?
Right.
She hadn't changed much, apart from the rigor mortis.
the mold growing on her.
She hadn't changed
She
much.
started off the sentence so well.
She hadn't changed
Just
much,
like-
except for the maggots crawling in and out of the eye socket. Our mouths.
Started off so well, and then it just off a cliff.
Yep.
Our mouths.
What happened there was that she topped up on the espresso, but then someone called her, so she had to have a little phone conversation, and when she came back, it had run out.
God damn it, Mason, are you gonna let me get to this?
Yes, sorry.
You fucking bastard. Okay. Alright. I'm good. My face hurts from smiling. Our mouths, M dash. Hers a wizened pucker, M dash. Oh God, I hate you, Stephanie. Spread into the same surprised half smile at just the same time. Apparently, she hadn't been expecting to see me either. Well, she's dead, so...
Bella, what are you doing in the afterlife? You're not dead, are you, Bella?
Greg, why don't you look like a dried out apricot growing mold too? Don't you know that's standard procedure?
Welcome to heaven.
But actually, it's
Oh my god, you guys. Fuck both of you. I'm never gonna get through this.
You are. M dashes. They didn't need to be there.
No.
No. Oh.
Comma after our mouths, comma after pucker would have been perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
Or you could have just
To be honest, just say our faces rather than our mouths. I don't know why. I feel like our mouths are. It's awkward.
Yeah.
I actually disagree with that one because then she specifically describes the exact thing the mouth is doing, a wizened pucker.
No, you're right. You're right, yeah.
So, I would actually disagree with you on that one.
What is a wizened pucker, though?
I have no idea. No idea.
I was not aware that someone could pucker wisely.
Yeah, same. Now, Steph, I defended you on using the word to describe, to preface the action. If only you'd given me an action that I could actually visualize.
She looks like a pruny old dried up apricot. It's
a wisely puckering dried out apricot that's moldy.
You know what I can't help but picture? I can only picture, because I have nothing else to put in there, so my brain just goes to the most comedic place. Just its old shriveled grandma with a walker doing duck lips.
Oh my god!
And on that note, next. Let's get to the next bit.
I was about to ask her a question. I had so many. What was she doing here in my dream? What? Oh my god. What had she been up to in the past 6 years? Being dead, Bella.
Being dead.
This is what it's all about, folks. This is what it's all about. Having a good laugh with your friends. Ripping literature to shreds for your own gleeful amusement. This is what it's all about.
What's she been up to?
Oh god.
Like, not like, what's the afterlife, Grandma?
Right.
What's the meaning of life?
Well.
Do you have any life lessons you could have imparted? What have you been up to? I play bridge with God every Saturday.
It's really infuriating because he does it like he runs the universe. It's a dark room, and he's the only one that knows what the cards are. He just smiles a lot and doesn't tell anyone shit.
Oh,
Can we
my
please
God.
continue? Because this is great.
No, just hang
love
on.
this so
I have a
much.
bit I have to do. Just hang on. Well, Bella, you see, first they embalmed me. Then they put me in the freezer before the showing. Then they buried me. And since then, I've just kind of been laying here, slowly decomposing. What have you been up to, dearie?
I've seen that you're getting with a man older than me. That's quite the age gap, Bella. We're now going to find out that her grandma was only like 55 or something.
Oh, God. Are you sure he's good for you? Don't you think you should be with a nice boy your own age?
Maybe that young Jacob boy.
Oh,
He
God.
has rippling abs. Grandma's Team Jacob.
Oh,
Yep.
my God. Well, at least he's alive. Oh, my
He
God.
can get a boner. He doesn't need the blue pills, if you catch my drift.
And with those incredible genes, he probably never will.
She's like, oh, and how he does fill out those genes.
Oh, God, Caitlin, why?
Oh, what a tight ass. I want to be reincarnated as a motorbike, and then he can ride me.
I have never made a better decision than bringing Mason onto this show. Oh my God. Oh God.
What's the next bit? I'm sure
Yeah.
there's more comedic gold to be had.
Oh
Yes.
God, we're
Let's
gonna
mine
mine
this
for it.
bitch.
Let's
Let's
mine
keep
for it,
mining.
friend. Hand me the axe.
Right.
Okay. Here's the shovel. Hand me the pickaxe. All right. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Was Pop okay? Pretty sure he's also dead.
Right.
And had they found each other? Okay, that's fair. Wherever they were.
Oh,
But she opened her mouth when I did, so I stopped to let her go first. She paused. Oh my God, more comma puke. She paused, comma, 2, comma. Oh God. Stop. Stop, Stephanie. Stop.
It's like, and your editor let you get away with this.
And then,
I love how Bella and her grandma are doing the whole, no, you go. No, you go. It's fine.
Right.
You go.
Right.
Right.
And then we both smiled at the little awkwardness. Oh my God.
What
Sorry.
a touching reunion.
Yeah.
And then in quotes, Bella, question mark. It wasn't Gran who called my name, and we both turned to see the addition to our small reunion. I didn't have to look to know who it was. This was a voice I knew
It was the
anywhere.
devil.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Caitlin, can you imagine if I had taken some THC before this?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Anyways, this was a voice I knew anywhere, know and respond to, whether I was awake or asleep, or even dead, I'd bet. The voice I'd walk through fire for. Or less dramatically, slosh every day through the cold and endless rain for. Edward. Oh my God, dude. Oh, fuck my.
I love how she's pointing out herself that she's being dramatic.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, well, points for self-awareness, I guess.
But it's not less dramatically though.
Oh my God. So this whole paragraph
Don't
really
look
isn't.
now, but he's behind you, Bella.
He's going to bite you. Look out! And then she starts crawling forward with her walker.
Is he sparkling, or do I still have glaucoma?
Blindness humor.
Oh my God.
You were saying this
Oh
whole
my God.
paragraph.
Oh yeah, this whole it's just a mess. The punctuation's all over the place. It's like
Yes.
where is the consistency of voice? Where is the flow of language? This paragraph reads like someone is slapping me across the face with a rubber chicken.
Which I would. wager that would probably be more enjoyable than trying to fight your way through this whole book.
Caitlin, you have no room to talk. You fought your way through Elphistia the Sorceress.
Yeah. I mean, and I also read this book, so.
Oh my god. Okay, so it wasn't Grant who called my name, comma, and we both turned to see the addition to our small reunion, period. Okay, that's fine so far. I didn't have to look to know who it was, semicolon. Oh boy, here we go. This was a voice I know. This is a voice I would know anywhere. Unnecessary, M dash. No. Unnecessary, colon. And respond to, or not colon, comma. No, and respond to another, which that comma is appropriate. Whether I was awake or asleep, fuck you, that's my Swiss Army knife, give it back. Or even dead, comma, I'd bet. It's, oh god.
It's like, but you could have ended the sentence at or even dead. You didn't need the I'd bet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't need the I'd bet, and with the drama of the scene, the I'd bet undermines your tone that you're trying to set. And then Caitlin, we have the M dash doesn't end. Then we get the voice I'd walk through fire for, M dash. So hang on. So let me get know and respond to whether I was awake or asleep, ellipses or even dead, comma, I'd bet the voice, period. The voice I'd walk through fire for, second M dash. That is a clusterfuck of a fucking sentence structure, and I hate, because if it's inside the M dashes, that it's supposed to be all one sentence, but you have another separate sentence inside the M dash, Stephanie. You don't know how to use M dashes. Stop. And again, fuck you. That's my Swiss Army knife. Put it down and wash your hands while I sanitize my fucking Swiss Army knife.
Exactly.
Especially when you follow it with or even dead.
Right.
In this context, yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just as a novice writer, the comma followed by and, is that something you do? Because I always thought, commas were, basically in place of and.
So it depends on the exact way the sentence is flowing and structure. You can go comma and, or it depends. It depends. Sometimes you can get away with saying comma and, but it's something you have to be careful about. You have to pay attention to syntax.
Well, because because usually when you put a comma and, it's because you're listing things. So, but they're all three parts of basically the same clause. Right. So, the door was white and had a gold knob. The door was white with a gold knob and brass hinges. You see what I'm saying? So it's still all talking about the door, but it's in a listing capacity.
Right. I just gotta say, folks, so far out of what we've read, no paragraph in here highlights how Fall Trad Pub has fallen better than this. Because this theoretically went through the hands of a Trad Pub editor, and this is what we get. Pathetic.
Yeah.
After M dash ends, or less dramatically, slosh every day through the cold and endless rain for. And the way that sentence, and the way this whole thing is set up, by the way, again, the M dashes are completely unnecessary, but the way this whole thing is set up, it would have been more consistent with the voice and the tone of the paragraph to put that entire thing inside the M dashes. The whole thing reads like ass. It's just, it's a butchery of punctuation.
Yes.
Okay, next paragraph. Even though I was always thrilled to see him, M dash, conscience or otherwise, M dash. I hate you, Stephanie. And even though I was almost positive, almost being italicized, positive that I was dreaming, so you're only almost positive now, even though you were 99.9% sure.
99.9% before.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie.
And you've seen your dead grandma. So that should have been the extra 0.1%.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Stephanie Meyer. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like, I'm almost positive. Like, yeah, HIV positive. Sit down, bitch.
In all fairness to her, right, we're getting on at her about not being sure whether she's awake or asleep despite the dead grandma. Her boyfriend's a vampire. So at this point, anything's possible.
Yeah, okay, that's actually a fair point. Fair point. One credit back to Stephanie. I rescind the HIV comment.
I hate myself for pointing it out too, but it just occurred to me.
It's fair. It's fair. We gotta give credit where credit is due, and be reasonable. So yeah, you're right. Okay. I panicked as Edward walked toward us through the glaring sunlight. I panicked because Gran didn't know that I was in love with a vampire. Nobody knew that inside M dashes. So how was I supposed to explain the fact that the brilliant nobody
It's
knew
like,
that.
well, and you know, the fact that she's dead and just not been paying attention to your life for the past 6 years.
Right.
Couldn't have any bearing on
To
that.
explain the fact that the brilliant
I mean, it is a very boring life.
Fair. So how was I supposed to explain the fact that the brilliant sunbeams were shattering off his skin into 1,000 rainbow shards like he was made of crystal or diamond? Now, this is one of those rare times where
Crystal diamond?
What?
Well, crystals and diamonds are separate. They're two separate types of stone. Did you not know that, or
Okay.
what? Okay.
No, I was just, he's made of both. I don't know.
Okay.
Saying crystal diamond makes it sound like a diamond made of crystals.
I said diamond or crystal or diamond. Did you miss the or?
Oh. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
I was too busy laughing at a million rainbows.
Yeah. So, okay, but really quick. So how was I supposed to explain the fact that the brilliant sunbeams were shattering off his skin into 1,000 rainbow shards? I actually like that. That's poetic. It's good language, but again, it's inconsistent with the narration, so it tastes like ass. And not like good, delicious, wholesome ass that I would gladly bury my face in. Like more like sweaty, barely wiped trucker ass that's been stewing in its own juices for 48 hours straight. More like that ass. All right. Well, Gran, you might have noticed that my boyfriend glitters. It's just something he does in the sun. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
That legit sounds like a sentence that I would say to take the piss out of this. Like, if I'd have been suggesting how Bella should tell her grandma that's how I would have phrased it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like Stephanie, can you quit making fun of yourself for 5 seconds? That's our job.
Right. Oh my god.
Okay, we'll finish.
Little did she know that 15 years later, three friends would be making fun of this exact sentence.
3 friends and authors, all of whom are much more talented than her.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh
Caitlin depublished Gehenna because it needed to be fixed, and it was still better than this.
Meanwhile, I just narrate all mine so that nobody can see see the physical copies.
A bold move from Mason in the dark. Let's see if it pays off for him, Cotton.
Oh man.
Name that movie reference. In that second, I wished that I was not the one exception to his mysterious talent. Sorry. In that second, I wished that I was not the one exception to his mysterious talent, I usually felt grateful that I was the only person whose thoughts he couldn't hear just as clearly as if they were spoken aloud, period. But now I wished he could hear me, comma, we were doing so good, Stephanie. The last sentence was so good. We made it through a big, meaty, fairly complex sentence without any gratuitous punctuational fuck up, Stephanie. But you just couldn't make it through a full paragraph. You just couldn't make it through a full paragraph, could you?
The espresso ran out, man.
The espresso ran out.
She really likes the 2 sandwich comma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that he could hear the warning I was screaming in my head. I shot a panicked glance back at Gray. I saw that it was too late. She was just turning to stare back at me, her eyes as alarmed as mine. What?
What?
What do you mean, what?
Like, oh god. It's like, why is she panicked?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a dream. It's like, I mean, granted, in a dream, things can be frenzied and feel much faster paced than things are actually, going visually, and so your emotions are all over the place, and like, so okay, fair enough, but it's again. Oh, sorry, book has put me to sleep. Again, the whole thing is just like, wow, boy golly gee willikers, this is something else. You've somehow managed to put me to sleep while simultaneously infuriating me. Good job.
Be like, I'm going to angrily take a nap now.
Oh,
and
man.
we only got halfway through the first page.
Oh, yeah. We are now an hour and a half into this broadcast, folks. So, yeah, I'm gonna cut it there because I think we all get the point. This is first of all, sentence, jury.
Capital.
You are charged. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
You are charged with misuse of M dashes, comma puke, and melodrama.
You are further charged with 2 felony counts of indistinct narration voice. Caitlin?
And you are also charged with bad character descriptions.
Yeah. and one misdemeanor count of poor character description. We sentence you to, please, for the love of God, stop writing.
Bad prose, what you gonna do when the Prose police are coming for you? Bad prose.
Oh, man. That was a good laugh,
Wow,
guys.
that was a long segment.
Yes, that was pretty. We might as well just label this episode a Prose Police Extravaganza when we upload it to YouTube, because fuck.
Man.
That was 90 minutes of Prose Police. And frankly, I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
I love Stephanie Meyers. She gives us so much ammo.
Oh, God. That was just... I feel like I need to eat after that. I used every last little calorie that was still in my blood from what I ate yesterday, which wasn't a lot because I'm having trouble eating a lot on this carnivore diet. It's amazing how much your appetite goes away when you eat literally nothing but meat. But man, oh golly, oh geez, guys, that drained all the energy out of my blood from laughing and smiling and revving my linguistics engine to full capacity.
Oh my god.
Quick, Zach, put your literary capacity into warp drive.
But Mason,
we've never put it into warp drive before. That's so fast. I don't know if this ship can take it. Alrighty. Sorry,
We're taking on Stephanie Meyers. Turn phasers to lethal.
Yep. I'm gonna turn these phasers from stun to kill.
I mean, you guys, I get the joke you're going for, but I actually think it would be the exact opposite direction. Oh, guys, we're taking on Stephanie Meyers. Get the kitty gloves. The ones with the extra soft padding.
Oh man. No, we could just send a Dalek after her. Be like, exterminate.
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 Oh my god.
And she can't even run up the stairs to escape anymore, because now they can fly.
That's right.
The Daleks are... Man, I just can't even with the Daleks. Of all the, primary... Of all the primary fucking villains to have in your series.
Yes.
Like, really?
You know...
Go ahead.
You know, my favorite ever bit with the Dalek is there's a point in series 4 where Catherine Tate's character Donna, her dad Wilf is in it. So it's one of the bits where the Daleks are invading. He ends up shooting the Dalek in the eye stalk with a paintball. The Dalek goes, "Help! Help! I am visually impaired." And as someone who grew up referring to themselves as visually impaired, that bit just fucking killed me.
It's hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah.
So what's next, boss?
Yeah, where are we going?
Yep. Man.
I love your London accent, Kate. You sound like you're from Oliver Twist when you do it.
Really?
Hello, governor.
Hi. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Basin takes the piss on all my accents.
Oh man.
What, your Irish accent from the other night?
He's like,
I was talking Scottish, mate. Fuck you. I'm not Irish. I'm proper Scot, damn it.
He's like, I'm not an Irishman.
I'm not.
I'm not an Irishman. I'm a Scottishman. I swear.
I swear. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you stop giving me shit.
It's not my fault I was raised in the States. It's time for a little segment that we call...
How would you describe that?
All right.
Erg.
So, for anyone who's watching that doesn't know the premise of this segment, here's how this works. I'm very good at improv. Just allow me to stroke my own dick there for a second.
See? The ego. I told you guys. I told you about the ego.
It's like, allow me to describe this segment. See, I am super talented, and so, you know,
And so I'm super good at improv.
I am super good at improv.
So, what we do here is either my co-hosts or the audience can throw me or Mason or Kate a mundane subject like brushing your teeth or feeding your dog or getting groceries out of your car. You take that normal, everyday, mundane activity, you make it poetic. Or you take something that's naturally poetic, like a sunrise or riding bareback on a Mustang through wide open grassy fields swaying in the breeze, or perhaps the birth of a child, and you make that just absolutely mundane as possible. So I don't see anything from the audience yet, guys.
All right.
I've got something I got something for you, Zach.
I knew you would.
I want poetic to mundane. Okay?
Okay, poetic. Yep, make it
So-
mundane. Got it.
I want you to make two lovers having the first kiss with a lightning storm as a backdrop mundane.
You're a son of a bitch.
Hey, it's also sort of a compliment. I mean, I am also saying that it's poetic.
That's true. That's true.
In a vomit-inducing, you've broken my heart and sunk my ship sort of way.
Ah, Caitlin, if only he knew. Okay. Okay. So, two lovers, the scene from, okay. The scene, this is a perfect little time to just really quickly, the scene he's describing, guys, is right here on my book cover. This is a scene from the book. Go check it out. It's really good. All the reviews that aren't people who know me in real life who hate me, or people who hate me from booktube, or bots on Goodreads, loved it. Fucking Goodreads, not moderating their fucking reviews. Okay. Make it mundane. Two people sitting on a bench, one in the lap of the other. The man whose lap the woman is sitting on, holding the woman tightly, against the cold assault. No, assault is a poetic word. Ah, fuck it. Assault of the rain. against the cold, downpouring rain. The lightning strikes in the background. Damn it. I should have got high for this. The lightning strikes in the background, illuminating them on occasion. A certain mood strikes the two of them, interestingly enough, simultaneously. They look in each other's eyes and decide that now would probably be a good time for a kiss. So, they reach down. The man reaches his head down, the woman lifts her head up, and the two begin to kiss while the lightning strikes in the sky and the rain comes down upon them. How was that?
You cheated. You weren't supposed to read from Twilight. It's funny because
God.
I know how good you are at improv, but I also knew that you would struggle to make your own scene mundane.
You got me, Mason. I thought it was gonna take you more time. I thought we would have. I thought I would elude you for much longer, but you got me.
I figured you out.
You got me. That was a master stroke, Mason. No homo.
Oh man. Lunar says sorry. Oh, don't be sorry.
Oh, I had no idea you were at work, bro. No worries. No worries at all, man. If you're at work, you're at work. No worries at
It's
all.
working though.
Not exactly it's not exactly safe for work content.
I hope we're in earphones.
Whoa. Or
But
not.
yeah. Okay. All right. Kate, I want you to make
Okay.
my boss is right next to me. That's funny. Don't worry, my boss is right next to me watching me slack off.
Oh man.
That's good. That's good that
Alright.
you're not going to get in trouble. So, Kate, I want you to take... Oh, nice. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate the compliment. And my ego grew 3 sizes that day.
Next to me, she agrees. Zach has a king-like body. Yes.
Yeah. The crowd,
Yes.
the crowd. I do it all for the crowd. Ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Caitlin,
Yes.
make-
he's quite majestic.
make taking your workout supplements poetic.
Oh God.
No. Oh, thank you, Lunar.
I know. Isn't Lunar such a doll?
Kate is a full-time queen. Well, might be switching that to part-time now after I fail at doing this. Oh my god.
You can do it, Kate. I believe in you.
Me too.
All right. Taking my workout supplements. Mm. Mm.
She's floundering.
Okay.
Okay, Kate. I'm gonna extend you a one-time offer. I'm gonna let you marinate on that while I pitch Mason one. Mason.
Okay.
Hello.
I want you to take cleaning bird shit. No, not. I want you. I want you to take cleaning human shit off of the hood of your car and make it poetic.
Okay.
There's
it
a
happened
story.
Again.
There's a story. Well, really quick, Mason, just for the audience. There's a story behind this Lunar. After he does his thing, we'll tell you.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I thought you were just trying to throw me a hardball. I forgot that that was a reference to that. It happened again. Third night in a row. I clean it up as much as I can. But at this point, it's a task that I can no longer complete. I try to keep him locked up, but each time he escapes. As we grow closer to the full moon, his mind becomes less and less lucid. At first, it starts out as something small, a scratch on the wall. Something dropped when he tries to open it. Or maybe just a random outburst at a stranger. But the closer we get to that full moon, the wilder he becomes. For the last 3 nights, he's managed to escape the bolts that I put across the door. Each night, I replace them, trying to make them heavier, thicker, but they're just not enough to defeat his power. For some reason, he's drawn to the car. Maybe it's because he loves it so much when his mind is his own. But the beast doesn't seem to appreciate the horsepower. So it takes a shit on the things that he loves. Just like it's taken a shit on our lives.
Oh my god, dude.
It was halfway there.
Yeah. No, that passes muster as far as I am concerned. That was good. Okay, Kate.
Okay. All right. The early morning sun peeks through my window as I make my way over to the vanity, as I do every day. and reacquaint myself with my remaining friends. They're all varying shapes and sizes and colors. One is pink and small. One is black and oblong. And the other is round and white. And the other is teeny tiny and yellow. They're purported to be magical and release me from this prison that I have found myself in, where I am now encased in gelatinous blobs of grossness.
Damn, Kate.
Yeah.
I love how you just do this to make us suffer. You've taken something that you have as a skill, and then you subject me and Kate to it.
No, it's a
little bit. A little bit. Hey, it's all in good fun. Kate, you're taking it too seriously. Put a smile on that face, okay? It's not the end of the world.
Exactly. I just made mine about a werewolf taking a shit on a car.
Exactly. Exactly.
Also, I love how that whole thing that you were going through then could also have been that character running through their dildo collection.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
One is pink and
black and oblong. Oh God.
Yep. It's like, oh no. Oh.
She even has a teeny tiny one.
Oh.
Oh man. It's okay, Kate. We'll get you there. We'll get those improv skills up. Practice makes perfect, Dollface.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Does anyone want to throw me another one? Lunar, if you'd like to. What?
Okay.
Oh, well, if Lunar throws me one, I'll do that too. But what do you want to throw me, Mason?
Make a crack opening up in the sky mundane.
So there I was one day, walking down the street, perfectly normal Tuesday, just like every other day, you know, going down the street to my typical lunch shop where I get my bagel. And so I'm looking up at the sky, because where the fuck else am I going to look, you know? Now I'm taking kind of a Mason's character bit to this. So I'm looking kind of up at the sky, you know, and I noticed something that just ain't quite right. It looks like there's like a crack in the sky, and at first I think, you know, my vision's probably just playing tricks on me. I think it's just the outline of that cloud and the weird coloring against the deep blue of the sky. But then I realize the cloud is blowing away and it's still there. That thin hairline mark on the sky, what would you call that? I guess it resembles a crack, like in porcelain or something. I stop walking and start looking around to see if anyone else sees this, but I don't think they do. I seem to be the only one looking up at the sky, noticing that there's just a crack, just in the sky, just right there. And then all of a sudden, the crack begins to split and widen, much like the gaping chasm of well, things that aren't PG-13. And all of a sudden, it looks like just all of the demons of hell start pouring out of it. And so that's where I was when the apocalypse started.
Oh my god.
So, like
Lunar
a phrase, and you have
says...
to come up. Well, yeah, so you take a normal everyday thing that's mundane, like drinking out of my water bottle, and I have to make it poetic. Or you could give me something that's inherently poetic, like making love, and I make it mundane. This whole concept started when I made a waterfall mundane and surgery poetic, which is up on Kate's channel.
Yeah, on YouTube.
I have one for Kate that I reckon you can do.
Okay.
I want you to make ghostwriting somebody's novel poetic.
Oh dear. Okay.
Pull from your own experiences, Kate. You could do this.
I can do it. Okay.
You got this, girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Dig deep.
Oh,
Deep inside your starfish. You have the power.
No.
The forbidden starfish compels you.
Okay. Okay. Or I could just start singing Poor Unfortunate Souls, and that would also probably...
She's stalling.
No. Okay. All right. They come to me tired, frazzled, sometimes befuddled. They're constantly looking for inspiration. That all desired ability to take something from nothing and turn it into a glorious manifestation, but can't seem to cultivate this ability within themselves. So they do so by looking for advice from others that doesn't really seem to pan out, until they finally just get so frustrated that they make their way to my door. And who am I? Well, I am the nobody that they say is coming to save you, and that is why there's no point in crying. Because you see, I am a practitioner of the dark literary arts.
Damn, see, you did it. I fucking love that.
I thought you were gonna top it off with "I am the Ghost Writer."
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
That would have been the nice cherry on top of that.
I actually would like a short story from that character. I think that would be kind of awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I could see a short story written in that character 100%. Yep.
Yeah.
The Ghost Writer.
Where they stumble across something that's like just absolutely amazing, and then they're struggling with the moral choice of whether to like let the writer know how potentially amazing it is, or just taking it for their own, or something like that. Just some sort of psychological thriller that's all about that moral choice that they've got to make.
I ghost wrote this, but now do I steal it?
Okay. It's like, well, after a certain number of words, if you cancel on me and you've not put down a deposit, it is mine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but see, that's why there are things like deposits and contracts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we have one from the audience. We'll close on this one.
Yeah.
Lunar wants me to make working in the office, I assume poetic, because it's already very mundane.
Yes.
Alrighty. As I sat there, in the cubicle, surrounded by the dreary gray walls, the square pattern fabric covering them, the fuzz just visible if you focus, the assault of my computer's screen on my tired, sagging eyes. It was all so mundane. In this moment, I felt trapped in an abyss of lethargy that I could never escape. For what is escape if you're coming back to the trap the next day? And so I sit here, my cortisol levels ever spiking, my allergies ever exacerbating, and I can't help but feel frustrated with my lot in life. I clickety-clack at the keys and hope that eventually something I do will mean something to anyone, because it certainly means nothing to me. The words and phrases, keys and symbols pass by on the screen in a incoherent blur that I scarcely see anymore. All I see is completed work review, submitted daily schedule, submitted annual report. And I look into the screen at just the right angle, with just the right shading of light, and I see my reflection, where I stare into my eyes, and I realize I'm already dead.
Somebody's about to go a little bit loco. The office needs to be evacuated.
The story of my life.
Somebody's gonna go mental with a pencil.
He says, wow, story of my life. And then I came to Twitch and I feel rehydrated. Ooh woo.
Hi, my name is Zach Pieper. I'll be your thirst trap today.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You sure are. Oh,
I feel like I at least got better this week. I didn't struggle quite as much.
Yeah.
Getting better bit by week, week by week.
Yeah.
And I'm just a fly to that trap. But you're a fly that I'm happy to have caught in the trap. Welcome to Adventurous. And anyways, guys, that's how we do this segment. Kate, you'll do better next time. I have faith in you, Dollface. Yeah. This has been...
How would you describe that?
With Caitlin's delightfully little girly laugh as the stinger.
Get a room.
Hey, I'm already buying a house. How much more of a room can I get?
Yes.
Granted, I won't be living there, but...
Right. I mean, eventually...
I'm here to tell you.
Eventually, we will be living in the same house, though.
Yes.
I'm here to tell you how it feels to be the third wheel.
No!
Oh, man. Mason, you're not a third wheel. You are our most cherished and delightful friend. And the adventure just wouldn't be the same without you.
Just like a spare tire.
You son of a bitch! Look here.
Well, hey, you know how our last road trip ended up, and we did not have a spare.
Oh man, that God. And you know, and again, what pisses me off, I had that tire changed right before the fucking road trip. I was like, that tire doesn't look so good. I'm gonna have it changed so the fucking utility trailer doesn't fucking fall off my truck as I pull it towards Washington. And nope, fucking wheel just blew out, destroyed the wheel altogether.
Yep, here we are going down the road, and I kid you not, Mason, this was his reaction. Oh shit. Well, that doesn't look good. It would appear that we have lost a wheel.
Make losing a tire mundane. How would you describe that?
Oh man, and Caitlin even did the laugh. Perfect. See, Kate, you can improv.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Lunar says he can be the fourth wheel and we can be a full-blown car.
We could be a car. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Now it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Road
Four-wheel
trip.
drive.
All right, everyone.
Road trip.
We're gonna close out. This episode of Adventurous in the Dark with a little segment that I like to call. Oh,
That stinger is pure insanity.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I added. There's the background music. I think I have like 3 or 4 different sound effects, and Mason. I wish you could. Has Lee ever described that stinger visually to you, Mason?
No.
Okay, so really quick, it's got Rebel Poet Society, and it's like got cool text highlights, and the font is all glowy and shit. And the background starts black, and from the side, we start getting these rose petals flowing in on a breeze. And then when the music like hits, we get 2 flamethrowers coming down from the side with these 2 like cartoonish demon faces smiling off to the side of Rebel Poet Society. It's the most Michael Bay stinger in my lineup.
Best ever.
Rebel Poet Society.
Alrighty, Mason. You said you had one for us, and I want to hear it.
I do. I actually bloody do. And although you are going to get my beautiful recitation right now, it is also available on my YouTube channel, narrated with music, over at youtube.com/Mason in the Dark.
I will be going there to comment on it shortly after this episode.
Yes.
I'm sure you will. This poem, and I will give you spoilers now, it's not a comedy. There's no hidden punchline. This is an actual serious bit of poetry that I've been working on.
Okay. You've got me the last couple times.
No, I know. It could still totally be a piss statement. This is a piece called Days Gone By. As I stand here on the parapet, I'm confronted by a sight that I'll never forget, and I'm bludgeoned by the weight of this empty silence. I see one tiny, solitary shoe sitting solemnly on the steps, in a pool of blood long since dried. I'm sickened at the violence that implies. The empty, tiered seating sweeping in orderly rows to the field below reminds me of the world that I used to know. If I listen closely, I can almost hear it, still bouncing off these barren walls, the screaming, chanting, cheering roar left over from the world before. I can almost smell it, almost taste it. Memories so crystal clear, so far away and yet so near. Hot dogs, nachos, donuts, beer. Things I haven't tasted in years. We gathered here in days gone by to listen to music under open skies, to feel free, like we could fly. But never again will those seats be packed. The world before isn't coming back. Disaster struck and that was that. Our curtain call, our fade to black. The end of the world, and it came so fast. What we built couldn't last. Now amidst the rubble, dust and ash, all that remains are the ghosts of the past.
God.
Mason, that was very good, my friend. I fucking dig that. Fuck yes, bro. The alliteration, the rhyme scheme, the pacing, the imagery, it was all on. And oh my god. You know, I wasn't sure for some of that what direction you were going. I was like, so is this guy in prison? Is this guy mourning the loss of a family member? Is he about to commit suicide? Where is this going? And then we just were left without an answer about the context of this poor soul reminiscing on better days, and it leaves you with this feeling of being haunted by it. Oh, that's good, man. It's good. It's that good shit.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And you know what? That actually came from a writing prompt.
No, okay. You know, and okay, before you tell me the prompt really quick, I want to say too, I want to get this comment out. Before I heard the donuts and the nachos thing, I thought you might have written this from Evander's perspective.
Yeah, it easily could have been, to be fair, those first few lines.
Yep. But what was the prompt?
The prompt was an empty stadium with a child's sneaker on the steps.
And then you added the pool of blood and you made the whole thing. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. You know I don't toot my own horn that much. But them two lines. I see one tiny, solitary shoe sitting solemnly on the steps in a pool of blood long since dried. I'm sickened by the violence that implies. The empty, tiered seating sweeping in orderly rows to the field below reminds me of the world that I used to know. I love those two lines.
Yeah. They're not my favorites, but they're certainly good. They're certainly good. I think I like some of the lines more towards the end. You'd have to do the whole thing again for me to pick them out. But yeah, the whole thing is really quite good. And like I said, the alliteration and the rhyme scheme and the flow. Oh, I call you the poet of the common, man. And it's because, goddamn, you could write a poem, man. Alrighty. Let me pick something out of my bin. Caitlin, if you have something at the ready, you can go ahead and read it before I read mine.
Let me see.
Or
if I have this thing.
Or hey, Caitlin. Do you still have Monster and His Mistress by chance?
I think so.
Oh, kinky.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. If it makes it easier,
it's going to turn out to be something that I totally shouldn't have made that joke about now.
Do you want me to send it to you really quick? Just make it easier, Caitlin?
You can.
Open new window. Facebook.
wait.
Facebook.
I think I got it.
Think you got it? Oh my god, and that's fun. And what's funny is, right, I go to Facebook to send her the thing, and Orky, whose poetry this is complimented with, pops up the first thing on my feed. This is for my friend Orky. This is for my friend Orky Detter. She's a published poet. She's very good.
Oh.
Orky Detter from Norway. Hang on, Kate. I let go of everything. My kinky fantasies, my dirty thoughts, my secret sins. But you are still fucking me. Do you dare to tell me whose confession this is? It's time to unleash your inner revolution. Ah, god damn it, Orky. I just literally just saw this first time just now, and I had no idea what it was about. I just saw the let go of everything, and it turned out to be yet another one of Orky's horny poems. She writes,
Lunar, you're very sweet. He says, I don't get it. How are you so gorgeous? Like, what the frick? You're beautiful. Well, thank you. Because, yeah, I feel like a hot mess today, actually. But
I think Twitch disagrees with you. You are always getting all the eggplants.
Right.
No. Well, thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. And you are beautiful too, Lunar. Even though I cannot
You
see.
are beautiful, and that is what Kate says.
That's right. Which means it has to be true.
That's the bottom line. Because well, Kate said so.
That's right. Okay, so I have this. I think this may be the one that we edited though to do it for the reading.
Okay, let me just...
Oh
What?
my goodness.
What?
Lunar says, you know what, Kate? Once I'm at home, I'm gonna draw some fan art of you guys. Ooh.
I would love that. I wonder how he's gonna portray Mason.
I was just going to say he's going to have an hard time drawing me.
Mind if I make you a witch lady? No, I do not mind. I do not mind.
Oh man. Okay, Caitlin, I just sent you Monster and His Mistress in Messenger.
Okay. You sent me. Okay, cause the version I have up here. Cause I did pull this one up. Like I said, I think is the version that we
made the alterations to. Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah. Do you want me to do both and see how they compare?
No, we can just do the one that Orky is publishing in her book, and save the one we've made modifications to for later. For later dates. All right, so I'm gonna read my parts. You read Orky's parts.
Okay.
A king paladin. Oh God, you can't. You're gonna have to. You'd have to make me a paladin of chaos, because I could never be a paladin of anything but a religion where chaotic good was the theme. But thank you. Okay, Caitlin.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Haunted by illusions of the past, a desert mirage when I close my eyes, whispering my name as I ache, the hollow in my chest, everlasting, the caress of your hair in my hand, the light in your eyes, penetrating, my darkness reaching for your throat, my fears stabbing your heart, my pain, corrupting your white satin soul, my rage, eternal and ravenous. Forgive me.
The version from the fog forest in your bedroom, playing on her violin. Sweet nightmares in her shadows of death, and you twist and turn rhythmically to my whipping beats in the dark. Jewels in a voodoo box was harrowing to discover. Phrases and prayers to skin you alive, to make you complete under the blood moon changes. When murder comes to town, so much got lost.
My nightmares live in darkness, and daylight is not salvation, for there is balance. Daylight will always end. Darkness always returns, and my nightmares always hunger.
Our secret identity of blood was dripping from the sharpened knife behind a hidden corpse, and my temptation for this gentleman consumed into his eyes. The devil lives in her graveyard, in the dreams of yearning hunger.
I find myself slipping now into an abyss where my howling will echo, and the screams inside my head will haunt forever. I long for the peace of twilight, where the storm is but a shallow and fleeting concern, and your embrace brings the serenity of a temperate sky.
A deeply darkened mind was ripping you apart, haunting you in your illusions to nail you to the past, in a scream of a twisted midnight creepiness in your veins. Then my whispering voice changed, and I slipped the silver bullet beneath the surface of your skin. Mm-hmm.
Mason, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't quite sure whether you were finished or not. Well, that ending was pretty shocking.
Oh man!
Is that the only?
No, that was.
Okay.
You what? Sorry.
I was just asking, is that the only thing you have to say?
You have to bear in mind when I send you these paragraphs of what I think, I have time to sit and like analyze the stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
My brain is much slower.
That's fair.
No, that was. It took me a while to sort of grasp what was going on. To be fair, because at first I thought that it was just some sort of messed up murderous couple, and more or less until that end bit. But God, you put me on the spot. I really liked all the stuff about slipping into darkness.
Mm-hmm.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like any monstrous creature character that just revels in the darkness. And then I will have to go back and listen again because I want to properly analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the language was beautiful, and I liked that it was a 2-part. I don't think I've ever heard a poem done with 2 narrators before. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, me and Orky were really proud of this when we put it together. So the parts I read are obviously my original stuff. And what's funny is we didn't set out to collab on this. there was a good chunk of our friendship where we were just sending each other poems that we wrote like every other day. Little exaggeratory, but basically that. And I think it was her who said, "Hey, I want to take some of the stuff you've sent me and arrange it with my stuff." And I was like, "Okay." And she sent me the first thing, and I was like, "That's good. I think I have something that we need to put in the middle there." And she was like, "Oh," and I sent it to her, and she was like, "Yes." And so I can't remember if that's exactly how it happened, but that's the rough idea of how the collab happened. And what we ended up with was, I mean, it reads like a play. It feels like it's Shakespearean dialogue.
Yeah, very much so, especially with the two of you performing it.
Yep.
I could totally imagine it on a stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially with like the really sort of romanticized high language too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know I'm good at that.
Yeah. That makes me think of all the messages that we have that are still saved on Snapchat.
Yep. Yeah, me and Kate have a good amount of back and forth poetry speak too. Mm-hmm. Really quick from Lunar for Mason, yes. I have an idea. Since he is Mason in the dark, I can only come with Necromancer, but all the poetry makes me come up with Necromancer Bard, face under a mask. And I am excited to see that rendering.
Yes. Yeah! We're gonna get fan art of Mason too!
The most happy-go-lucky Necromancer awesome. You've ever met.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't that just make me all the more dark? I smile at your face, but inside I am burning with desire to dismember.
Okay, Valdis, calm down. Like, put your dick away, Valdis. Chill.
Witnessing the waking of the dead.
Desire to Dismember sounds like an album that Valdis's band would release.
Oh my god, no! It's from Rat Guts.
Yes.
Desire to Dismember, the new hit single by Rat Guts.
Mason, I love you, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I actually had it.
Lunar, he says, "Damn, this almost turns into 50 Shades of the Lord of the Rings."
What were you gonna say, Mason?
I have no idea. That completely put me off.
Oh, god damn it, Kate.
Aragorn and Arwen in a 50 Shades of Grey scene.
Oh man.
Liv Tyler is like one of the first crushes I can remember having as a little boy.
That's the girl who played Arwen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a very fetching gal and a very classical. She's classically beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
If you want him, come and claim him. And I was like, I wish I was the one on the horse.
Right? Right?
I wish she'd protect me like that.
Protect me harder, elf mommy.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think there is a prominent female character in those movies that I had like a super hard crush on. I was along for the ride, and I was predominantly obsessed with the fantasy of it all.
Any favorite color? Maybe I will pass the drawing to digital and color it. Sapphire is my favorite color.
I like teal.
That's it. Caitlin, that is funny. Caitlin likes sapphire. Mason likes teal. My favorite color is lime green. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, Caitlin, it seems like you had a poem, and then we can. It seems like you had a poem.
No, I did not.
You did not bring one.
I just had the
You were looking around earlier. I thought you did.
I was looking to see if I did have something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so no. So you good. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well then, this has been... This has been Rebel Poet Society. It's been a very good time spending this afternoon with you guys. A very good time. I enjoyed it.
I had an absolute blast with this one.
Yes.
I need new ribs.
We might start making a habit of doing shorter show maps, longer prose polices, because man, that was just so much fun.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I say, Stephanie Meyers just gives us so much material to dive into.
Right.
Man.
It's like, oh my god.
That whole bit with Bella's grandma. Oh
god.
It's like,
Grandma, why are you all moldy?
0.9% sure that this was a dream. Then, oh, hey, my grandma, who's been dead for 6 years, is here. So,
what have you been up to?
What have you been up to? Yeah.
Oh, just the usual stuff, Bella. Being dead.
And, and
being dead.
And looking like a dried out apricot that's growing mold.
Caitlin, why do you say it that way?
Because that's how she said it.
No, apricot.
It's an apricot.
It's an apricot.
Apricot.
I hate you both.
Right. 2 on 1, overruled.
Well, I'm the lead adventurer, so counter overruled.
Well, that's like the other day when I pronounced salve as salve and did not pronounce it as salve. Okay. And then, those lively discussions I was talking to you about on the write-in, Mason, we had one of those.
Tell me,
because
Mason.
I was like, please tell me you're not one of those people that also says salmon.
Tell me, Mason.
No, it's salmon.
Do you also say salve?
I'm not even sure what word you're on about.
SALVE. Like a salve that you would put on a wound.
I hate you so much.
I honestly, legit have never heard that word before.
Are you serious? Yeah, salve. SALVE. It's another word for like
like a balm.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it's.
Like, like lip salve. Yeah, I would have said salve.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes, it is salve, and it's just old time word for skin-based topical medicine.
Yeah, like a balm.
Yeah, you're right, but it's still apricot.
Fuck you. Hey, Mason. Is it how do you say vitamin?
Vitamin.
Fuck you.
What?
These goddamn
to be
Brits,
fair,
Caitlin.
To be fair, I drop a lot of consonants, so it would probably be vitamin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this motherfucker says aluminium too.
Or herbs and spices.
Yeah, yeah. With the aluminium thing though, that's literally because we spell it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
They put another I in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
That's right.
That's not a pronunciation difference. That's an actual straight up spelling difference.
Yep.
Well, I mean, still, I mean, even if we had, I'm gonna have to look at how you guys spell it.
ALI.
I can't. I'm not you, Mason. I don't visualize words in my head very well. You'll spell it, and it'll go right over my head.
Well,
that's one talent you have that I don't, my friend.
I sort of have to.
That's fair. That's fair. Alrighty, everyone. Well, it's been 2.5 hours now. Kate, you can find here on Twitch and over on Wild Rider, and of course everywhere across the Adventurous platform, because she is the second in command adventurer. She's the one who makes this ship sail. Damn it! You can find Mason in the Dark at Mason in the Dark on YouTube. And of course, you know where you can find me. I'm always here, baby. And I'm on YouTube as Zach Peeper. You can find my books on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles and all the places. Mason's writing is not so far.
They're really good.
Thank you, Mason. If you want to know how good Mason thinks my books are, go check out. It's been going through the feed in the Nightbot announcements, the free playlist on YouTube where you can check my book out for free. And I pin every single one of his comments on the videos because they make me feel good about myself. Until next time.
And I am currently writing an episodic series known as The Bleeding Ground with 3 volumes in, and I'm currently 2,607 words deep into volume 4. So if you want to get on this train, get on now.
Yes. Thank you, Mason. Thank you for the self-plug, because frankly, The Bleeding Ground is very fucking good. If you like, man, let me tell you, if you like going through the darkness, you'll want to go through the darkness with that story.
I had a friend on booktube who described it as a mixture of thriller, horror, and a little bit of fantasy, and my heart almost imploded with happiness.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. I'd say that's accurate. Yeah. Thriller, horror, some fantasy sprinkled in. Absolutely. Alrighty. This has been Adventurous After Dark. You know where to find us. Thank you all so much for being part of the adventure. Again, Lunar, thank you so much for the subscription, man. It means the world to us. We're going to have subscriber emotes very soon.
Yeah. And for the upcoming artwork.
And for the upcoming artwork, we sincerely look for. We'll highlight it on stream at some point. We promise.
Yeah.
And they'll describe it to me.
I'll go Mr. Mundane or Mr. Poetic to describe it to him, whichever he wants.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or both. I can do it both ways. Catch you next time, guys.